Thank you ever so much for that. Once again, I welcome you all to the Renewed Hope Virtual Town Hall Conference. Today's conference is a very special edition with another special guest who, for the next 2 hours, will engage Nigerians across the globe on a special theme chosen for the day titled Strengthening Political Parties' Internal Democracy in Nigeria for Seamless Elections, Peaceful Transitions, and Financially Independent Electoral Reforms. So my co-hosts for today are Honorable Jacob Ogushe, Hajari Kiabila Bakar, Honorable Udeme Ukwe, Ambassador Kariat Aimashang Ajiboye, Hajia Aula Sule, Honorable Sheung Bayewu, and Barrister Tosi Olayinka. They will all be assisting me in moderating today's conference to ensure a smooth and uninterrupted discussion. So this conference, as you all know by now, is streaming live across social media, and especially on Ben TV UK, headed by the my CEO, Alastair Shode, and as well as Diaspora TV in Switzerland, led by Honorable Mark Bamidele. Many thanks to you, sir, for your support and assistance every time. I can see, as usual, we have new faces and our usual leaders and stakeholders in the conference room today. Towards the end of the meeting, we'll be acknowledging their presence. In the meantime, on behalf of the team behind the Renew Hope Global, I welcome you all to this session. On today's conference, we have in our midst the Director General and CEO of the Nigerian Thoughts Project, TNTP, who will be engaging with us for the next 2 hours on the theme of today, which is, like I mentioned earlier, strengthening political parties' internal democracy in Nigeria for seamless elections, peaceful transitions, and financially dependent electoral reforms. So, on the hot seat today to dissect this theme is our special guest, Honorable Obire Phd. So, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I'm pleased to announce that our special guest of honor for today has joined the conference. So, to set the ball rolling for this virtual conference, please permit me to read out the profile of our special guest, Honorable Obire Phd. Dr. Obire Obire is a distinguished economist, investment banker, and transaction advisor with over 29 years of experience in finance, asset management, insurance, and strategic consulting. He has advised governments, multinational organizations, and businesses across Africa, while also serving in key leadership roles as chairman and CEO of various organizations. A strong advocate for good governance and leadership, he is the Director General of the Nigerian Thoughts Project, promoting accountability and progressive leadership across the continent. Dr. Obire is also a political analyst and the publisher and editor-in-chief of Letters to Nigerian Leaders. He is a former Delta State governorship candidate in 2019 and the chieftain of the All Progressives Congress APC. Dr. Obire is widely respected for his integrity, leadership, and commitment to national development. So, having said that, please join me in welcoming Obire Phd to the Renew Hope Global Virtual Town Hall Conference. Once again, our main topic for today is strengthening political parties' internal democracy in Nigeria for seamless elections, peaceful transitions, and financially dependent electoral reforms. Right about now, usually I will be the one to fire the first salvo of questions to our special guest while they will respond. But I understand that our special guest for today has a presentation to make. So I will be yielding the floor to our special guest now to make his presentation. So once again, thank you all for being part of this program, and it's gonna be an interesting one. I can assure you that, because our special guest This is the second time it's appearing here, and it's appearing for the second time by popular demand to speak to us about a subject that is in vogue at the moment now. With all the recent primaries by all political parties, we feel there's no better time than now for us to bring this to Nigerians across the world. So I'll be yielding the floor now to Dr. Obire Phd, to give us his presentation. Thank you so very much. Dr. Obire, you have the floor now, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And good evening, everyone. Well, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and the respected political leaders in the House, policymakers, members of the academic community, and the Renew Hope Global Town Hall Conference. I warmly welcome you today, at least once again, to this important presentation at this special edition. In this special edition, this is my second opportunity to present a paper on this platform. And I sincerely appreciate the organizers for sustaining a national dialogue focused on democratic strengthening, political reforms, and institutional development in Nigeria. This is a great platform indeed for every Nigerian to tap into every Saturday so they can know what is happening and be able to relate with the realities of things. Today's discussion addresses one of the most critical issues confronting Nigeria's democratic future: the role of internal democracy within political parties and the urgent need for electoral reforms capable of strengthening democratic institutions before the 2027 general elections. Democracy is not sustained merely by conducting elections. Democracy survives through strong institutions, transparent political processes, responsible leadership, active citizens' participation, and credible political parties. Unfortunately, many political parties in Nigeria have gradually become platforms for elite negotiation rather than institutions for democratic participation. This has contributed to internal party crisis, candidate imposition, electoral violence, excessive defections, vote buying, weak ideology identity, godfatherism, judicialization of our elections, and weak public confidence in the democratic system. In Nigeria, if Nigeria truly desire peaceful elections today, national stability, credible leadership, and democratic growth, then political party reform must become a national priority. These presentations will focus on the importance of internal democracy, one; two, the dangers of financially dependent political parties; then three, membership-based party financing; four, electoral reforms needed before 2027; APC as a case study for sustainable party funding; strategic reforms required to revamp Nigerian political environment. The place of political parties in democracy, we need to look at that critically. Political parties are the engines of democratic governance. They recruit leaders, they mobilize voters, they develop policies, they aggregate public interest, they produce candidates, they facilitate governance, they ensure peaceful transfer of power. Without strong political parties, democracy becomes unstable. In advanced democracies, political parties are respected institutions. They are respected institutions with clear ideology, transparent funding system, stable internal processes, strong grassroots participation. Unfortunately, many Nigerian political parties still operate like temporary election vehicles instead of permanent democratic institutions. This explains why many electoral crises begin with political parties before escalating nationally. Therefore, strengthening internal democracy is equivalent to strengthening democracy itself. Then understanding the internal democracy. Internal democracy refers to the structures and processes within political parties that guarantee one, fairness, inclusiveness, transparency, accountability, equal participation, respect for party rules. A truly democratic party must allow transparent primaries, open competition, financial accountability, protection of minority voices, merited-based leadership selection. Where internal democracy is absent, political parties become private enterprises controlled by a few powerful individuals. Looking at the role of internal democracy in peaceful elections, one, we need to look at the reduction of electoral violence. Many electoral conflicts in Nigeria originate from manipulated party primaries and candidate imposition. When party members trust internal processes, grievances will reduce and elections become more peaceful. Then two, promotion of credible leadership. Internal democracy allows competent and popular candidates to emerge based on merit rather than financial influence. Then three, strengthening public confidence. Citizens lose faith in democracy when political parties cannot conduct transparent primaries. Strong internal democracy restores confidence in the electoral process. Four, the reduction in political litigation. A large percentage of post-election cases originate from disputes arising from party primaries. Transparent processes reduce unnecessary litigation. Then five, peaceful political transition. Political parties with democratic traditions are more likely to respect electoral outcomes and facilitate peaceful transfer of power. Then what are the challenges? What are the challenges the political parties face in Nigeria? One of the biggest threats to internal democracy in Nigeria is financial dependence. Most political parties survive through wealthy political sponsors, government patronage, political godfathers, emergency election fundraising. This creates dangerous consequences, such as wealthy individuals hijack party structures, competence is replaced by money politics, ordinary members become irrelevant, corruption increases, internal democracy collapses. Financial dependence remains one of the greatest threats to democratic consolidation in Nigeria. Financial independence through membership funding. Political parties must become financially independent through structured membership contributions. This presentation proposes a simple model: monthly membership dues. If every registered party member contributes just 500 naira monthly, political parties in Nigeria can become financially self-sustaining. Using the APC as a case study, estimated registered member is 2.9 million membership across Nigeria, across group. A monthly contribution of 500 naira per members will give us a revenue of 6.45 billion every month. And in annual, we have 77.4 billion in revenue generation from party membership dues. Then in a 4-year electoral cycle, we should be having 309.6 billion in our coffers as revenue generated from the membership of the party, with an additional structure investment model generating approximately 26% growth yearly. the financial capacity becomes even stronger. If you dedicate 25% of that revenue in 4 years, it will give you additional 80.5 billion, making it availability of almost 400 billion funds from party membership and investment drive. This revenue can fund national party administration, can fund state and local government structures, political education, transparent primaries, youth and women inclusion, policy research, campaign logistics, media and communication structures, then grassroots mobilization at its lowest level. Most importantly, it reduces dependence on political godfathers. And why membership funding strengthening internal democracy? When members finance political parties, members gain ownership. Members who sustain a party financially naturally demand accountability. Then two, it reduces godfatherism. No single wealthy sponsor can dominate party structure if membership own the party structure by paying their membership dues. Then three, transparency will improve. Political parties become more accountable to contributors who are the members of the party. That is how it functions. Then four, we have merited-based leadership that will emerge. Candidates will now depend more on credibility and popularity than financial influence. Grassroots participation will increase. Ordinary members will become active as active stakeholders. Then political corruption will also reduce. Public offices will stop becoming merely an investment recovery platform for politicians. So we need to look at the key electoral reforms needed urgently that need to be addressed. One, the waiting period for political party defectors. This is a serious problem. Any politician joining a new party, already things have overcome the activities of INEC at this particular election coming 2027. He has already overridden this, but it's something that Nigerian system can also look at deeply and work on moving forward after 2027. Any politician joining a political party should spend at least 1 year before contesting for party offices, primaries, or elective positions. This reform will reduce political instability. It will strengthen party loyalty. It will discourage opportunist defections. It will also discourage opportunist defection. It will also encourage ideological commitment. So compulsory digital membership registration. Political parties should maintain the verified digital membership database, biometric records, transparent contribution system, electronic voting for primary elections. This will reduce manipulation and improved transparency. Independent party audit system. Political parties should publish annual audited accounts and disclose funding sources. Transparency builds public trust. Legal protection for internal democracy. The Electoral Act should impose sanctions against candidate imposition, delegate manipulation, illegal substitution of candidates, financial inducement during primaries, direct primaries with digital oversight. Technology-driven direct primary can reduce manipulation, eliminate delegate corruption, expand participation, and improve credibility. Then reduce the cost of campaign. Electoral reforms should enforce spending limits, regulate donations, criminalize excessive vote buying, promote equal media access. Reducing campaign costs allow competent individuals without enormous wealth to participate in election system. 7, the youth and women inclusion. Political parties should reserve more opportunities for the youth, women, and persons with disabilities. Inclusive participation strengthens democracy. Then we will look at the importance of these reforms to the 2027 general election. As Nigeria approaches the 2027 general election, the urgency for political reforms become more critical. The 2027 election may shape national stability, democratic credibility, public confidence, economic stability, national unity, Nigeria's international democratic reputation. Several warning signs already exist. Rising political tensions, increasing defections, internal party crises, candidate imposition, youth frustration, monetization of politics, weak ideology, distinctions, public distrust in institutions. If these problems are ignored, Nigeria risks another highly volatile electoral cycle. So these are things we must look and critically address before the 2027. And this is something that the entire political parties need to do, not just the ruling party or any stronger opposition. Every political party must make sure that these signs, they must address them at their party level, because rising from the primaries we just came out from, we can see that there are a lot of issues and people are already moving. People are resigning from different political parties and moving to new parties and all that. But if that window is closed, then everyone will be able to sit down and say, let us build our party. When you have a 1 year to wait before you can run, you join a political party, you stay in that party, pay your dues for 1 year, then you can now run either for the political office or for elective office, or be part of governance. Then there would be sanity in our political system. There won't be this joining today, move when it doesn't favor you here, you switch over here. That kills political ideology. Because as it is, many politicians who have moved from APC or moved to APC or moved to ADC or moved to NDC, they have no idea of the political ideology of those parties that they are moving into. Even the party they are leaving, they have no idea of the political ideology of that party. So everyone is floating because there is possibility of floating. But when you stay in a political party for a year, you will be able to know what your party stands for. You'll be able to know the ideology, you'll be able to know the manifesto of your party, and you work according to that to deliver dividends to the people when elected. Then the consequences of ignoring these red flags, if reforms are ignored, these red flags are ignored before 2027 election, Nigeria may experience increased electoral violence. Unresolved internal party disputes can escalate into national crisis. So every political party must resolve their internal crisis so it doesn't spring up to the general elections in 2027. 2, loss of public confidence. Manipulated primaries and money politics increases voters' apathy, because when a candidate that the people trust and the people gave their vote to did not emerge, it reduces the interest of the electorate from going to the field. Because when people ask, what are the causes of voters' apathy? People think that it's because of insecurity, because of this. The major source of voters' apathy is that the person that the people actually want was shortchanged. So it killed their interest to go and vote on that day. Remember, the electorate are not 100% your party members. So we must pay attention why fielding candidates, political parties, why fielding candidates, we must pay attention. We must listen to the voice of the people. We must put a hearing signs in place that, okay, the people, this is where the people's mindset are. If we do this, we might win. But how many people will come out to vote? How do you defend that vote? It becomes a serious issue. And that's where rigging takes place. So we need to increase the trust of the people by choosing the right candidates that can win, popular candidates that can win election, and not those with money bags that can break the bank and damn the consequences of the violence that will come with the election. Then 3, escalation of political defections. The signs of escalation of political defections. Frequent defections weaken party ideology and institutional stability. I have just talked about that. We cannot be moving from one party to another. Being nomadic in that nature will surely weaken whatever party, whether the one you are crossing to, because the people there, if you have financial strength, the people already there will now become weak. And that will further cause another crisis there, because this one is coming with his money now. So where do we stay? We don't want him here. A lot of issues will start happening because they don't want you there. But when you stay in one place and build your party and have an inclusiveness, then such activities will stop happening across our political parties. Then increase in judicial crisis. Poorly managed primaries. We continue generating endless court cases. However, the Supreme Court has spoken, but it doesn't still stop some people from throwing spanners just to confuse the system. And these are the things that the court will say is an abuse of court process. Even at that stage where the court will pronounce it as an abuse of court process, there's already an impediment. There's already a failure on their part. And that can cause serious crisis. So we should learn to manage our electoral system so that we don't have much cases littering around. Then youth disengagement. If we ignore the consequences, the youths will disengage. Many young Nigerians are already losing faith in democratic participation. So when these things happen, the youth's demography is more. When it comes to voting, the youth and women, they are the people that hold the ace of voting. And when the youth loses interest in electioneering process, they are now prone to be used as tools for destruction, because the system, the primary system that is supposed to build a strong foundation for the general election was already built on a temporary and very, how do I call it now? Something that is not, the base isn't strong. The base is just floating. There's no concrete foundation. It's a floating foundation. So the winds can blow it anywhere. It can blow it into violence. It can blow it into crisis and all that. But when the foundation is built on concrete base of trust in the process, then the general election outcome will easily be accepted by everyone. So the youth we must consider the youth while taking decision concerning primary election results. Then the weakening of national unity. Where institutions weaken, ethnic and religious policy often arise. The moment the institutions are weakened, the politics of religious, ethnic, and all that will start playing. Is it because he's a Christian? Is it because he's a Muslim? Why do we vote for Muslim? Why do we vote for Christian? They have forgotten about ideology. They have forgotten about what they are bringing to the table. Sentiment has set in, and that will further divide us as a people. So we must not ignore the signs. Then continue domination of political party godfathers. Without financial independence, wealthy individuals will continue to control our political party structures. So in order to reduce this, moving forward after 2027, before the next electoral cycle of 2031, we must start building political parties that will be self-sustaining financially. With that, we will curb many of these problems. Then poor governance outcome. Weak political recruitment processes eventually produce weak governance. When you create that atmosphere to chase away the people with capacity, the people with ideology that are ready to work and drive the party ideology and manifesto into making sure that we have a better Nigeria. Those that have nothing to offer, but just to go and sit on that seat, we continue to occupy those seats, thereby reducing and weakening the governance of the people. So we must make sure that the right people get the right ticket to run for the right offices. With that, governance will be stronger and Nigeria can move forward. You can imagine if out of 48 ministers the Federal Republic of Nigeria has, if all of them are functioning the way Asiwaju is functioning, we will know where we'll be. By now, as we are celebrating the 3rd year, we will know. But right now, if we decide that we that are in this conference right now, if we do a head count of ministers, I don't think I know more than 10 names because they are silent and they are not working. Those that are working, we see their workings without thinking of them. So when we see they are working, their name ring bell on our head. But a lot are not working. This is the reason why many people feel the government is slow. The government is not working. We're always seeing the hands of, we see road construction, we see what FCT is doing, we see aviation, we see immigration, that's internal affairs. We are seeing so many of them that are functioning, and we relate our daily activities to what they are doing. The reason why we feel they are working. But some that are even still working are not loud enough with what they are doing. So Nigerians doesn't even know what they are doing. So there is need to have the right people in right office and how to use even the media to propagate and let the people know what they're actually doing in that office that they are occupying. So revamping Nigerians' political space. Nigerians Nigeria must deliberately transition from personality-based politics to institutional-based democracy. This requires, one, ideological politics. Political parties must clearly define what they stand for. NDC is here, ADC is here, APC is standing. We have PDP. What are their political ideology? What do they stand for? Nigerians don't even know. All we see is this person has moved to here. Oh, we are going there with him. What is the ideology of that party? What will the party bring to your table? How will the party develop? We just finished election in the UK. I was there when that election took place. You can see that there were no crises because the people were allowed to choose who their leaders are. So why can't we do the same here? We vote according to ideologies. Those in UK vote according to ideology. They vote according to what the political party is bringing on board. They don't even care to know the name of who is running election. So, but here, we care more about the name. Oh, Tinubu is running. Oh, Peter Obi is running. Oh, this is running. What are they running for? What are they actually, who is pursuing them? Where are they running to? So we need to know what they want to do. And it is only through the political party ideology that you must know where these people are going, what they want to do. But nobody is telling us what NDC is bringing on board. Nobody is telling us what ADC is bringing on board. All we hear is coalition, coalition. Coalition is not an ideology. It's just an organized system of collecting power. When you collect the power, what do you do with it? You are not telling us. So how do we vote for you? So we must stop the politics of voting for individuals and channel our politics to voting for institutions. What ideology are they bringing? What are they standing for? That's what we should be voting for in coming elections. Value-driven leadership. Leadership selection must be prioritized. Integrity, competence, vision, national interest. These are key components that leadership must prioritize. Then decentralization of party power. Grassroots structures must have meaningful influence. Somebody cannot leave Abuja and be deciding who will become the party chairman of my ward in Delta State. It doesn't make sense. We have leaders, we have people in my ward. Why can't they decide who lead them? Somebody in Abuja will now decide it. That is not grassroots. And this can cause different problems in political party system. It can cause a lot of division. It can lead to parallel leadership. Oh, this is one fashion, this is one fashion. These are the things that rises fashion. When you leave your ward or your local government to come and impose leadership in my place, I will not start my own. This is what causes fashion, and we must stop it. So we must give credence to those who are in the ward, in the grassroots, to choose leaders of the party at the grassroots. So with that, we take like that to the national. At that point, we can get it right. Then there will be no issues of fashions. There will be no issues of we are left behind, grudges and all that. So we need to look at that very well. Then technology-driven democracy. Political parties should embrace electronic voting. It's very important. Digital communication is very important. Online membership registration, we're already doing that. Transparent financial system, we don't have that in place. So we must look at these areas. Out of these four, Electronic voting in primaries, we don't have it. Digital communications, we don't have it. Online membership, yes, we are doing that now. Transparent financial system is zero. Nobody cares to know how much APC sold in the last 2023 general election. How much did they raise from revenue from selling farms? Nobody knows. How did they spend the money? Nobody knows. But when you contribute your 500 naira every month, you want to know how your money is spent. And that is accountability. And that is inclusiveness. And that is building an institution and not building people. So political education is also very important. Political parties must invest heavily in civic education. The people must be aware. Leadership ethics, they must train them from the grassroots. Democratic values, they must have it. They must know why they are in APC, why they are in PDP, why they are, not because Obire moved to PDP, then everybody that love Obire move with me. No. So when they know the values, they know the ideologies of political parties. Okay, if Obire see what is all there, me, I'm here with my family. That is now, it is no more my influence that is moving them, but the ideology and the values of the party is what keeps them where they are or why they move from where they are, not because somebody moved, then they are moving. So we must look at that. Then national unity campaigns is very vital. We are not at war. We are not quarreling. We are all working hard to have a better Nigeria. Whether you are in ADC, whether you are in APC, whether you are in PDP, all you are looking forward to is to have a better Nigeria. So they are just vehicles to drive someone to the government house. Then when you reach government house, you work for Nigerians. So now, getting to government house and working for Nigerians, you must not do that in a way that it looks as if we are at war. When you say you are PDP, I don't talk to PDP people. When you say I am APC, I don't talk to APC people because there are no ideologies. We are building men and not institutions. We are not building institutions. The parties are supposed to be institutions. With ideology, with everything, then we believe in it and join. But right now we move because so person have moved. We are now moving with him. So because we give relevance, we are voting for men, not the institution. I will vote for Peter Obi. That's what people want to hear. I'll vote for Tinubu. That's what people will hear. I'll vote for Atiku. But the question is, what does their party stand for? Nobody cares to know because we have built men. Now the men are bigger than the institutions. They are now names that people follow. It happened in several elections. People vote for the name. They don't even know what the party stands for. So we need to educate the people. We need to let them know the values of the democratic values. They must know it. They must know, they must have leadership ethics, and we must campaign national unity. Please, we are not fighting. Whoever wins, let's build Nigeria together. No hate. This is just politics. Everybody have interests. Even the voter has interests. So whoever wins, let Nigeria queue behind that person and move our country forward. And let's stop tarnishing the image of Nigeria. You cannot go online and be posting unnecessary things about Nigeria. Then tomorrow, you go to another country and they deport you or they reverse you from, they deny you entry. Then you are still the one that is going to complain when you have destroyed your country before them. So we must stop this hate. This is politics. We want to get into office so we can serve Nigerians. Then in the process of getting into office to serve Nigerians, when you destroy the image of Nigeria, how will the international community trust you? How will they know that you are peaceful people? How will they know that you have ethics? How will they know that you are people that they can trust? When you go out there and keep talking rubbish about the soil that you came out from, the soil that you go back to, you have to speak good of Nigeria. Ghana is experiencing worse economic hardship than Nigeria, but you will never see any Ghanaian on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, cursing their leaders, spitting hell on the country. They love their country. South Africa, they love suffering there. You will never hear them call their leaders, insult their leaders, insult their nation. Rather, they will tell you that it's you that came into their country that is taking their jobs. They have not seen the failure of their own government. They see that you are the problem of. So everybody protects their sovereignty. Then Nigerians were destroying our own because we have interest in one man that wants to occupy an office. We can't have a better standing interface out there in the world. So we must adapt national unity in playing our politics. Then the role of INEC, civic society, the media, and the youth. INEC should strictly monitor party primaries, enforce compliance with party constitutions, monitor campaign financing, sanction violations. The civil society and the media, they must promote transparency. They must expose anti-democratic practices. They must encourage issue-based politics. They must strengthen voters' education. Then the Nigerian youths. Nigerian youths were the ones I'm talking to just right now about how they batter the image of Nigeria outside, because they are doing that through the social media. Nigerian youth must move beyond political spectatorship and become active participants in democratic transformation. The future of Nigeria cannot be designed without its youths. It's a practical thing. Then final reflection. Nigeria stands at a critical democratic crossroad. The country can either continue with weak institutions, personality-driven politics, financially dependent political parties, endless defections, electoral violence, or it can embrace strong institutions, internal democracy, financial accountability, citizen participation, peaceful political competition, ideological development, national unity. The decision made before 2027 may determine the long-term stability of Nigeria's democracy. Strong political parties are not optional in a democracy. They are essential national institutions. In conclusion, the future of Nigeria democracy depends largely on the ability of political parties to reform themselves internally. Internal democracy remains the foundation for credible elections, peaceful political transition, national stability, democratic consolidation. Financial independence through structured membership contribution can transform political parties from temporary election vehicles into enduring democratic institutions. Electoral reforms, introducing transparent primaries, digital membership system, financial accountability, defection, regulations, campaign finance control, legal protection for internal democracy will significantly strengthen Nigerian democracy. Nigeria must move from personality-based politics to institutional-based democracy. Strong political parties create strong democracies, and strong democracies create stable nations. The time has come to strengthen internal democracy, deepen accountability, empower ordinary party members, and build political institutions capable of delivering peaceful elections, credible leadership, national unity, and sustainable development. Thank you. I remain Dr. Obiakpo Obire.
Wow. What can I say, sir? Thank you so very much for that expansive, I'll call it expose. Expose in the sense that there are certain things that you said that jumped out at me that I never thought of. Let me start with the membership subscription. The kind of figure that you brought out now shows that you're truly an economist. Because when you were talking, I was now thinking that especially APC now, let me hone in on APC. If we had this much membership, how come we're not capitalizing on it by, like you said, maybe giving them collecting subscriptions from them? Perhaps if the party has been doing that, the seemingly elitist nature of the system of producing leaders in this country would have been reduced drastically, because there will be no point for the party or any party at all from selling, because now what they do is, in order to generate funds, they sell expression of interest form first, then which sounds crazy to me. It's like it's kind of extortion to me, which wouldn't have been the case if, like you said, the party has said, okay, even if it's just 100 naira per month subscriptions, with the number of membership they have, right? They'll be making humongous money, so much so that when it is time for elections, right, every Tom, Dick, and Harry will be able to buy form, because that form will not be as costly as it is now.
Exactly.
So, which means because you touched on the fact that most people that emerge are not those that people want. It's just, because they're money bags, they have money in their pocket, or maybe they have godfather somewhere who's giving them sackloads of money, to go and do all of these things. And that is the reason why the country is still, the way it is now, because we 66 years of independence, I mean, we should be flying. So I really bless God for you, because you open up so many kind of worms with this. I hope, I'm sure we'll want to have you back again, maybe towards the campaign period, because to me, you hit hard with some of most of the points you are raising. These are things that many of us know, but sometimes we talk about it in hot tones, for obvious reasons. But now it is out now, and I just hope that our leaders will take heed of what is being discussed here today, because this is the only way that we can sanitize the politics, because it has become it's like you said, politics of personality and not politics of ideology. And that is why, we see someone loses election today in the morning, by noon, he's resigning, by evening, he's joining another party. And you begin to ask yourself, come on, man, what's all this about? This is the party you've been with for God knows how many years. So what if you lose election? Then you fight on again, just like our president did. He stood on the sidelines, did his homework, right? And when it was time for him to come, and that was why his emergence was still a mystery to some people. But what they forget is the man has been holding him, his time in the background for so many years. He's been using that time now to study the polity and the rest of them. And when it was time for him to come out, he came out boldly. Even some people said he had this go attitude. And of course, if you study something so much and you know it so well, the way you talk, you'll be talking with confidence, and some people will say, you owe too much. So thank you so very much, sir, for this expose, because for me, there's no better time for Nigerians to be reminded of what you just reminded us of now, because you spoke of so many things now that I cannot even go into, but I'm sure in my report for tomorrow, we'll be able to deal with some of them. So once again, thank you so very much. just be ready. We're gonna call you back again because for me, I enjoyed this one so much so that I couldn't find myself being able to do anything because I was so enraptured in what you were saying. And for me, we have to continue to drum this into the ears of not just our leaders but Nigerians themselves because people say people deserve the kind of leaders again. Because don't forget, the leaders came from the people, and with what I've seen in the political circle now, the leaders, the followers are not even better than the leaders. What is this? Because we accuse them of the same thing we accuse them of. We find some of them do the same thing. So, like I said, we will invite you back many during the campaign and possibly before the general election itself, because we need to continue to drum it into the ears of our people, both the leaders and the led, that this is how our politics should be played, and this is where we need to be driving this country to. So thank you so very much, sir, and God bless you. So now we're going to a question and answer session. If you have any question, please raise your hands. There is a hand emoji at the bottom of the screen. You can put it up now. We've got a couple of hands up now. So I will then hand over to my co-host, Barrister Tosi Olayinka. You have the floor now for the question and answer. Thank you very much. Can we, Barrister Tosi Olayinka? Yeah, you can unmute yourself. You are co-host anyway, so I don't need to ask you that. Okay, I think maybe he's having some kind of technical issue. So I'll just continue before until he gets back. We've got the first hand up. It's Madam Deborah Fatogun. Madam Deborah Fatogun, you have the floor now. You can unmute yourself now. Madam Deborah Fatogun, okay. Let me move on now to the venerable in the house, Venerable Gabriel Sudende. You have the floor now, sir. You can unmute yourself.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. It has been a great enlightening session, and I want to appreciate Dr. Obire. I hope I got that right for that delivery. Yeah, one of the first thing I want to say, the chairman had mentioned it just now, the concept of members owning the party to prevent money bags.
Yeah.
I remember, you see, in the Western world here, we see that even people, the party has become something of what you inherit from the family. Family keep on passing it on down to their generations to come, and that's why you will see a family running down. Hardly will you see, yeah, you may see occasionally one or two people going off, because there's an ideology that the party represent, and they pass it on to their coming generation. My father was a staunch member of the AG in those days.
Yeah.
And when in the era of UPN, I was a card carrying member of UPN then, and we were paying, I think we were paying about, was it 2 naira at every meeting, every Thursday. If I go back home to Nigeria, I still have my card that we are using to pay that money. 2 naira every Thursday that we meet. And that gives the ownership of the party to the to the general members, to the so and we know in those days when elections are coming, individual doesn't go to look for money to contest election. Party provides the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because the party, just like doctor said, that we are now looking at individual rather than the structure, rather than the institution of the party. And that's why we are in all this mess that we are. Just like the doctor mentioned, somebody defects today, everybody says, oh, I'm going with you. Goes to another place, I'm going with you. That shouldn't have been. It's because there is no ideology, no sense of purpose. It's just that I just want this man, forgetting that one tree does not make a forest.
Yep.
And they just say that is what we want. So the political ideology is a key thing. Membership, members owning the party is another thing. I thought that APC would have been going in that direction, but I know for the exigencies of winning election in Nigeria of today, if you want to go down that line, chances are you may be chucked out. Because at the end of the day, you lose the big wigs that can throw their money around. And of course, I know there was a time when there was, even when they say go and prepare a register of members, people who are financial paying member, some rich guys will go and pay on behalf of people so that they can control them. And that is the thing we should get out of. So it takes the rational thinking out of members, because if one man pays for their membership fee or whatever, then he dictates how they think, it dictates how they vote, it dictates their thoughts for them. And these are part of the thing. I know it's a gradual thing. We must, maybe let's get 2027 out of the way, and then we can begin to structure the party in that line. Because I know as it is now, it may be a tall ask to begin to start that. And that's why you see even the big some of the big shots, they lose election, now they are thinking of defecting. If not for the rule that shows that, makes sure that, well, if you contest in one party, I'm not sure that some people that are defecting, I don't know whether they are within their right to do that. I mean, whether it's permissible by the law, because I know once you have contested in primaries in one party, you can't go to another one. But yeah, we see some people still doing it. Maybe they are relying on the judgment of the judge. I mean, the court judgment that says so. INEC should not do that rule. But then back to what we are talking about. Political ideology is important. We must have it. Then again, I think parties should be self-sanitizing. When parties are not self-sanitizing, it is when it becomes party of anything goes. Anybody just come in, fine, yeah, the more the merrier. But we see in the Western world there, when people in top hierarchy of the party, when they misbehave, they chuck them out straight away because they don't want them to stain the party. But here we are, we just take everybody in. We take everybody in, and people begin to look at, okay, where is your mother standing? What are you representing? What do you stand for? What do you represent? So there must be that the only time you see people being punished, or I mean not punished, being reprimanded within the parties now is anti-party, not for any criminal offense. Anti-party now could now mean some people concocting that just to push you out, and that is what we see. So I will love to that. I love what the doctor said when he said new joiners should wait 1 year before they can even contest on the party. Because what do you stand for? You can't just join today and begin to contest on the platform of the party. I hope we get to that level much more quicker. So you say, and again, you mentioned something about the youth and the women. Fine, the youth should participate, and I think as a party, as a policy of APC, there must be reservation for women in particular. There must be reservation. I know they allow the youth as well. This president has been doing very well in giving youth responsibility in terms of appointment here and there. But in terms of this election, let us reserve some place for the women and the youth. I don't know how far they have gone about the bill in the House about giving the Senate seat to the women. I don't know whether that will see the light of the day. But then all this we need to do something different as a party that says it is progressive. I know, like I said, it is now we want to win election, we just do things, but then let's begin to think ahead that we must change that narrative. And finally, I want to talk about the media. The media arm, it appears the media arm of APC is not loud enough with what the government has been doing. Just like the doctor said, a lot of ministers were just there, they were not saying anything. What costs you? Vote some budget, some money in your ministry, devote it to media, and we know it's not going to come free. Go to the media, send people out there to go and speak. I was so much taken back when they were alleging that the president said, "Oh, if I don't give electricity, don't vote for me." When that statement had a rider that unless I give you a reason, and none of the people going to the media house was able to come out and say, yeah, they don't stop at that level. Continue with the full statement. Nobody is. They go to Rice. They will play that clip and stop it at, "Oh, don't vote for me if I don't give you life." Whereas he said, unless I give you a reason for why anything should not happen. Why are they not insisting? It's because they are not alive to this their responsibility. I pray my prayer is that the president wins and continue in office, because I know all of you that they want to push the president out now. They knew he has done the hard work, and they just want to come and reap. Because when they come in and all the benefit that we are seeing now, when they begin to dominate, they will say, "Oh, they are the wonderful people. They have done wonders." Whereas somebody paid the price to build the foundation for what we are now seeing. So I pray it's a prayer that the president will continue in office, and he will continue what he is doing, so that by the time we are going to 2031, then a lot of things will have taken shape. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Thank you so very much for that, because I'm not sure whether you have any question. It was more or less like you giving your own observation, which completely on point. Everything you said is on point, because you touched on so many areas too, which are the bane of our society, where, like you said, we run the politics of anything goes. But like I said earlier on, I said Nigeria is the only place where you see someone lose the election at 10 o'clock in the morning. By 12 o'clock, he's resigning, and by 3 o'clock, he's joining another party. This is why we are where we are today. I remember in 2023, when Obi left PDP and joined the Labour Party, within maybe 48 hours or so, he was made their presidential candidate. To me, it seems like it stands logic on its head, because you need to be in a party and gel with whether they have ideology or not. There are some kind of ideals that underpins what the party stands for, or didn't even stand for, or whatever it is they're doing. There are some kind of ideals there. So whoever joins must have some time, within the party to gel with whatever it is they are doing there before you slam them with some positions, especially presidential aspirantship. For me, these are one of the areas where we seem to be losing it in this country, and that's why I said this program that we're doing now, for me, we will bring back our special guests, because as time goes on, maybe during the campaign and before the election, because we need to be ringing all of these things in the ears of both the leaders and the led, because we cannot continue like this. There has to be some kind of paradigm shift in the way we do our politics, in the way we choose who leads us, right? Do you know that in the constitution you can recall any of your leader if they're not doing well? But how many of us have taken up that opportunity? It's all about, what can I get from this guy? And as soon as he drops something, that's it. Everybody forgets. So this is where we are now. But let me call on somebody else. Then I will leave. Then I will yield the floor to special guest. Is Madam Deborah Fatogun back now?
Yes.
Okay. All right then. Thank you very much. You have the floor now.
Okay. I hope you are hearing me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Dr. Obire, for your expose. It's a wholesome way of how politics should be played safely in our country, as it is done in all over the world. You mentioned it earlier that the ministers are not loud enough. It is true, especially the Minister of Education. He alone can win the election for the president, because if everybody in Nigeria is aware of NEL fund, definitely, especially in the southern part of Nigeria, that education is valued. Many people do not know about NEL fund. I just came back from Nigeria. my mechanic was complaining to me bitterly about, funding his children's education in the university. And I said, but there is net fund. He said, what is net fund? I explained to him. He said, boy, I have never heard anything about that. I said, but people are having it. People in the north are having it every time that you see people dancing in the university in the north, it is because of net fund. That you should tell your children to go about it and apply. And he did so. Lo and behold, two of them were given net fund. But one in the university in the south did not have it because the university itself was not, forthcoming in providing net fund for the students of that university, especially in Ondo State. I will mention the name. They are not. They are very, very complacent about this net fund, and it is very, very bad. Everybody knows that in the southern region, especially in western region, education is valued. You want your children to go to the university. You want them to succeed. You want them to be where every other person's children are. But it is not the case with this matter. Net fund is a very good thing that can win election for the president, especially in the southern area. So the Minister of Education, I am asking that the Minister of Education should be loud enough. He should do more work in making sure that NEFA goes round, not only in one part of Nigeria, but in every part of Nigeria, that he goes round, which is, like you said, that the media that they are using is not doing enough work for the president. This thing must go around. The Minister of Education should make sure that NEFOD issue goes round and that the university are doing what they are asked to do to give this money to the students to have their education. I thank you very much, Dr. Obire, because you have said so many things that can make this country to be great if we follow the necessary political system that you have, exposed today. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I will use the floor now to our special guests to respond to both participants.
Well, I want to thank you, my brother Francis OJ, for your contribution, and my sister that I just finished talking.
Francis OJ hasn't spoken yet.
Oh, really?
He's next.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, great. So I am really touched about your contributions. I still strongly believe that Nigeria can get it right.
Yeah.
And like they say, charity begins at home. I am a member of APC. I'm a Baptist to the core. And I know that the president has taken so much decisions that are already forming a very strong economic foundation for the nation. The last time I was here, I talked about a lot concerning the economy, and I know that we're in the right direction. If we keep the president in office in another 4 years, consolidation will take place. And Nigerians will start feeling the impact, because the ripple effect is from up to bottom. So it hasn't gotten to the middle yet. It's still up there. And we have majority of Nigerians at the lowest level of the pyramid. This is the reasons they are fixing it. They are facing the hardship. They are facing what they are still facing. But however, it's a global thing. Like I said, you go to Ghana. If you can spend 1 week in Ghana, it means you can spend 1 month in Nigeria. The money you will spend in Ghana to sustain yourself for 1 week is what you will spend 1 month to sustain yourself in Nigeria. So Nigeria is still better. We are still far, far better. Mr. Chairman, you are in the UK.
Yes.
Mr.
Yes.
Chairman, you are in the UK.
Yes, sir.
You know how much a liter of fuel is. So, so you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We know how much a gallon of fuel is in America. But when you look at all this, some people will tell you, why are you comparing Nigeria to UK, Nigeria to America? Let me tell you, it's very plain and straight. If you earn 500,000 in Nigeria and you earn 3,000 pounds in the UK, you see that 500,000 person, he will enjoy life better. He has time for his family, for himself. He has time to go and sit down and drink beer and eat nkwobi. He has time to go for weddings. He has time to go for burial, to travel, to do this. But you see that person in the UK with that 3,000 is still struggling. He barely have time to see his family. He barely have time to see. Nigeria, you can't compare. I lived in the UK for 26 years. You cannot compare. Let's be very frank. We can't compare. And coming back to what we are talking about, if the internal democracy of the political party is not properly handled, it can lead to so many crises that will affect the general election. This is where even our party, we are not perfect. We have also made some mistakes, because I don't see a reason why someone who is occupying an office is being screened out, that is not qualified to run. I don't understand. Somebody who has cases at EFCC is being screened to run election, and someone who has no issues is screened out and he cannot run election. You see, these things are very, very abnormal. I was watching a video a few days ago of an Igbo chap that was showing all his certificates, showing all the receipts he used in buying form, showing everything, yet he was screened out. That is injustice. Why sell forms to people when you know you will screen them out? Why send forms to people when you know you already have selected candidates? There's no need. So you screen them, allow them to go and test the waters. Screen everybody that buy the ticket, the form, to go and test the waters. That is where you see political, those who have ideology, those who have the capacity, will start speaking to the people and convincing them to vote for them at the primaries. But what we are doing is not about the ideology, it's not about your capacity, it's not about your education, it's not about your exposure, it's about the money or who we want, who an individual wants. Whether it's the governor, whether it's a party leader, who he wants is the one that should be there. It doesn't make sense. Then there's no free and fair. And these are the things that affect the election tomorrow. By the time this aggrieved person now talk to his followers that you people should sit in your house on election day, there's no need. This is what creates voter apathy, that people didn't come out. It's peaceful, but the election was peaceful, but people didn't come out. These are the issues that lead to such voters' apathy. So we must learn how to fix our political parties well, fix the primary selection well, give everybody that authority, that power to own the party. by, like what my brother said earlier, that every Thursday they pay 200 naira. Sorry, 20, is it 20 naira? Every Thursday they pay money when they go for political meetings. And that's how it should be. Every month, you have your card. You mark it. As you come for ward meeting, you pay your dues. If you are living in Abuja and your ward is in Delta, send your dues. Have your receipts. They can automate it. When you go on the website of APC, you pay your monthly due. You can even pay from January to December. And the system generates your receipts for you. You don't need to go to any office. As soon as you pay, the system generates your receipt for how many months you pay. So when you are contesting election, they will ask you for your receipt. You bring the receipt that the system has generated for you, not what somebody wrote. Whether you pay or you didn't pay, these are breeding corruption. Whether you pay or you didn't pay, they just bring receipt and write for you because you now pay 1 million naira and say, take 1 million, give me receipt. I want to submit. It doesn't make sense. We must be transparent. If we want a better Nigeria, we must do things rightly. We must, just like the president is taking the right and audacious decisions, that is how to build a country. That is how to strengthen our institutions. So you must take decisions whether they favor the people or not. But as long as that decision will create a long-lasting impression that will benefit everyone, take it as a leader. It's normal. You might not be popular, but tomorrow they will remember you. They will remember you for it. Look at the coastal road. I'm in Lagos right now. Look at the coastal road. I've went through it. It's wonderful. By the time it's completed, tomorrow is God bless Tinubu. God bless Tinubu. But right now, they are cursing him. It's not our priority. It's not this. It's not that. I don't understand. When do we have priority? Since independence, we've never had priority. It's never our priority. They were building Third Mainland Bridge. It was not a priority. Today, everybody is using it. So you can imagine. So serious leaders take decisions that in the long run will leave their name in the testament of things. So I love what the president is doing. I will continue to campaign for him. And like I said, people want to run. Where are you running to? You want to run election, you want to run election. Where are you going? What do you have to prove? What do you have to show that the president is not doing right now? Instead of you people to clamor behind him and see how we can move the nation forward. Everybody wants to run election. This one wants to run. Where are you going? So these are the issue. There's no vacancy till 2031. Everybody knows that. But they can keep trying. What we want is a better Nigeria. But the party, our party APC, must start the process of re-engineering the political party system so that others will keep behind us because we are the biggest at the moment. Thank you.
Thank you so very much for that response. I think when you were talking, I remember too, when I was in Jos, I had this SDP card. And I remember in those days we used to pay too. I'm talking 1993 now.
Yes.
Because the other man was talking of 1960, but I'm talking of 1993 now. It was the.
It's always inside the card. It's always inside the card. They tick it for you.
They'll tick it for you. We no longer have that anymore now. I think it's like I said, we'd like to have you back again, sir, because we need to be drumming this into the ears of both our leaders and our people. And another thing that you said, which captures my attention now, I think I spoke about it this morning too. My Saturday message was when some people are gathering themselves as the coalition. All we keep hearing from them is we're going to remove Tinubu from government. Nobody is saying what they're going to do differently. And the worst part for me is nobody is asking. You know, because that is where the danger lies now. Because they know what people like to hear. Okay, we want to remove this man. Okay, fine, you want to remove him. What are you going to do differently that will make our life better than it is now? Because at least we know now that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Life may be still hard for some people, but at least we are not doing things the way we were doing it before. So, which means there's an expected, a good expected end for the country. So these are some of the issues that I think we need to be hammering on our people, because for those of us who live in abroad here, no politician will just come here and tell me nonsense. I'll have to ask quick questions. You know, if you say you want to do something, okay, even if you say you want to do A, B, C, and D, the next question will be, how are you going to fund it? How are you going to get money to do it? Because I had a show where I was talking about paying 500,000 salary. 500,000 salary per month. And nobody's asking him, why are you going to get the money to pay? Because it is not sustainable. Anyhow, don't let me talk too much. Let me give the floor to my co-host, Hajia Rekhabila Bakar. You have the floor now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Welcome again, special guest, Dr. Obire. I've got
Thank you.
You're welcome. I've got about 4 hands up currently. The first one, the next one after Mrs. Fatogu is Mr. Francis. Mr. Francis, are you there now? Are you ready now?
I've asked him to unmute.
Yes, I'm ready.
Oh, good. Okay. So let's have you have the floor now.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Evening.
My name is Mr. Francis Obire. I hail from Borum community in Bokiluku government area of Cross River State. I am an ardent member of the APC, and I believe so much in the ideology of our party. I want to thank the organizers of this program. I think this is coming at a time when it is needed most.
Yeah.
Because there has to be a conscious reawakening. There has to be Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes.
Just hang on a minute. Just hang on a minute, Mr. Can we please mute everybody except the co-hosts, please? Because I can hear some background noise somewhere, and it's disturbing our participant who's on the floor now. Okay, Mr. Francis, we can go on.
Mr. Francis, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Loud and clear.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, like I was saying, I said the timing of this program is very good, and I want to thank the organizers and to urge them to keep repeating this same program, and see how they can also widen the audience. Now, what I want to say specifically first is that there are certain policies, even though as members of the APC, we need to praise our leaders for doing well. There's also a need for us to constructively criticize in certain areas so as we can bring out the best in them. Because what we need in Nigeria is quality service delivery, especially when we consider the area of cost of living and the standard of living in Nigeria. Now, I want to look at the issue of local government autonomy. This issue is so sensitive and salient, such that I begin to wonder most times why governors should sit on an issue that has to do with development of the rural communities. We have heard so much about local government autonomy. It seems to be a kind of lip service which cannot actually be applied. It can be put into use. From my little investigations, we know the intention of the president. His intention is to deliver quality leadership to Nigerians. But the governors on this particular issue, I keep wondering why the governors have refused to give their consent to local government autonomy. Because if you want to measure the impact of leadership, that impact should be measured mostly in rural communities. That is where development is needed. And there is no way local government autonomy will be granted and the federal allocation given to local government chairmen that are closer to the people, and these monies cannot be used judiciously. There is no way that can happen. This issue has in a way affected the party, and it is not caused by the president but the governors. So this issue should be looked into. That is on the one hand. Secondly, I keep asking questions that is it possible for someone, a member of a political party like the APC, to indicate interest to contest an elective position, and then going by the processes that are involved, where they have to do consultation before going into campaigns? Is it possible for a candidate to spend, for instance, you're contesting for State House of Assembly, and you have spent over 100 million because as you go about consultation, even among the leaders, you are expected to spend money. You go to rural communities where you want to consult them, you spend money. Is it possible for this person to spend over 100 million, and after winning that position, the person will now sit and fold his or her arms and say, let this 100 million go? Because it is likely that before you raise this money, you must have borrowed. And the godfatherism factor will also come in because there will be people that will be willing to sponsor you to win that election. And when you win, even though you have spent this money, the electorate expect you to deliver quality leadership to them. But because of the costs of winning elections in Nigeria, you see most leaders, when they get into office, first they have to count their costs. To look at what they have spent so far and how they can recoup before thinking of how, to deliver the goods to the people. These issues should also be looked into. And again, just like the speaker mentioned about membership dues in political parties, yes, it is important to pay dues in the party if the party has existing policies that guides against certain issues that will not create voter apathy. Now, you see cliquism coming in. I don't know if this is the right word I think I should use. Cliquism coming in, cabals coming in. Once someone emerges into a position, you see a few, selected few, controlling the resources that belongs to the people to enrich themselves against the interests of the people. And so when these people out there who see themselves as being parts of a system, yet being neglected, and you're asking them to pay membership dues, is that possible? It is not. So these are just a few observations I have. I think in due course, as the program continues, I'll make sure I continue to join and to make my contributions. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Thank you, Mr. Francis Obire. I will now yield the floor for special guests to respond. But before I do that, participants, please remember that you've got 2 minutes due to time, time constraint. Please, let's stick to the 2 minutes. when you come on board. Thank you. Over to our special guest. I'll yield the floor now to our special guest, Dr. Obire. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. But for time constraint, I want more people to just either ask question or make their contribution so we can wrap all together for time sake.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, our next participant is Bola Babaride. If you're ready, I'll please come on board with either your questions or your contributions. But please, as you had our special guest said, please let us stick to 2 minutes.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, madam. Our madam from UK. It's been a while that I comment and welcome, but I look at what is going on. Yeah, first thing is that we need to increase our base, the number of people that are attending this. And it seems as if we're losing a lot of members coming on board. So that's it. I try as much as possible to do that in Africa because I'm from South Africa. And we are trying to see how we can regroup ourselves in Africa and be more formidable and bring this to the global stage. Yeah, the first one is that the reserving certain seat for women and youth. I don't think that will be necessary because this will show the kind of entitlement. We can encourage them. I wouldn't want us to go into that space because when people that are not interested, you are giving them the position, they have to fight for it. That's on that. Then also, I want to bring to the notice of this because we are in-house and we are family here. We should tell ourselves the truth. The insensitivity of our political appointees. You see people, even the local government chairman with entourage, even their wife with new cars and all these things. People are talking. People are talking. You close the road for how many? You harass people on the road with your police escort will be beating people on the road. It's affecting our image, and there's no way we can continue to defend this kind of thing on the road. This will be taken to the relevant authority. Let them know, because I have power of pen. I can write, but I cannot put this thing on the newspaper. It's going to be negative publicity. Then on the issue of people, because I went to Judoba yesterday from Lagos to Ijebu-Ode, and I saw a lot of posters. What I see on the poster is just the picture of the person contesting, the picture of the governor, and the picture of the president. No information about what are you coming to do for the people. It's just the picture. And what is that? The picture, you are handsome, you are good, but what are you coming to do? Just the picture, no information about what you are coming to do, which is not, encouraging. It does. When we grow up, as I said, AG to UPN to all these things, to the new political, because I've been progressive all my life, from my father to this stage. We know that there is always a manifesto, not the way we used to do in the university. There is always debate. But there's no debate anymore. Once you are given the ticket, it's as good as you have won. People are not really, trying to, tell us what they want to do because they are not. It used to be like exam. You have to, people ask you questions. What do you want to come and do differently from the people that are there? We should encourage, our political contestants to tell us exactly what they want to, do. Then also on the reward system is dampening the morale of the party member, the lawyered one, the qualified one, the people with ideas that they want to add value to the government, but no opportunity to push in this thing. But somebody that was against the party when we are all working, they just give them an appointment and they don't really have that interest of the party at heart. Is what they want to get out of it. You know, somebody does not come to the party within a few months, you know, and you give him the appointment. You know, the interest of the party is not really there. Maybe by the appointment or whatever, but how they get there, we don't really know. Then on the issue of, I'm trying to be fast. You can see the way I'm picking it. On the issue of
wow, sorry, Mr. Babaride. The what do you call it? Our system normally mutes after 2 minutes. So I'm sorry, I think your time is up. That's why you've disappeared. I don't know if our special guest has got anything to say to Mr. Babaride, or should we go to the next participant?
I think I should just address his concerns. It's very important. Mr. Babaride, thank you for your observations about most especially the party. This today presentation is really not just about APC, or it's about the political structure of our country, because the people that you have in APC today, in 2023, in 2031, you might see them in another party. Even as at 2 days ago, people are also moving from APC that were disgruntled into another party. So today is actually how we can restructure our internal democracy of political party, whichever political party it is, whether it's APC, whether it's PDP, whatever we have given today is a concept that every political party should adopt, so that we can have a unified system. We cannot have a political party that is doing A, then another one is doing B, except if it comes to ideology. But when it comes to what should be done, transparency, fairness, and all that, it should cut across every political party. But I will touch your point that you've raised. You talked about the seat for women at the National Assembly or state houses of assembly. Yes, in the last 1 year, if you look at TVs, if you look at the social media, you will see even sitting senators, honorable members, even some governors were campaigning for reserved seat for women. The question is, which constituency are you going to permanently keep for women in any place? It's not feasible in the first place. Because when they were saying it, I knew that is a task that will not sail through, because there is no single constituency. Every woman came from a constituency. So you cannot say that this constituency must be permanently reserved for a woman or permanently reserved for a man. It is impossible, because there are men and there are women in every constituency. However, the women should come forth to contest election. They should show interest. The political parties have made it very easy for women participation. Their forms are free. While men are paying 3 million, 5 million, 20 million, women are picking forms for free in some of the political parties. So where a man is paying 100 million for presidency, a woman is picking the form for free. So that is enough encouragement for women to come into politics. However, there is no way the National Assembly can sit and dedicate some constituency seats to women. They can only solicit women to come out so they can be seen, they can be visible and be voted for, so we can have more women in our system. So that's what can work. But say some seats should be permanently reserved for women It cannot work in a political setting where you have to allow the people to vote, except you are appointing people. That can happen. So that's for that. Then two, political parties, you talked about seeing political campaign posters with photos alone of the governor, of the president, and the aspirant. These are the things I talked about earlier. We are building men. We are not building institutions. If you build men, you see things like this, because those people that are seeing that signboard or the poster, they see Tinubu's face, they see the governor's face, they see the person's face. That is what they are promoting, because these are men that people know. These are men that they felt they can win election with their faces. So the election as it is not about ideology. It's not about issue base. It's more of who is running. So we must come from that aspect. This is where education of the grassroots, the voters' education, this is where it's very important. The electorate must be well informed. They must be educated. They must know the values, the democratic values. They must know, because when you are seeking a democratic value, you must certainly look for ideology. You must ask questions. Obi has moved to NDC. What is about NDC? What is NDC bringing to Nigerians? So it's not about Obi, or it's not about Atiku or about Tinubu. We should be concentrating our interest on what are the ideologies and the manifestos of APC, of ADC, of PDP, of NDC. We look at them. Then we can now vote according to how it suits our mind. That's how it's supposed to be ideally. But because we have built men over time, the institutions have become so weak that the people are not even aware that there's something called ideology, that there's something called manifesto, that there's some, so they just see people and say, no, I'm voting for Makinde, no, I'm voting for Atiku, oh, I'm voting for Tinubu or Obi. So we must educate the people for them to know that it's more than seeing people's faces. You must look at the vehicle that is driving these people. What is it made of? So we must address that through educating the electorate. Then you also talked about the issue of reward system. Yes, the reward system is bad. A lot of us are victims of the reward system. But the truth is, we believe in, some of us still believe in the capacity of the man sitting up there. We still trust that he's going the right way, even if it affects Nigeria. Let's be very frank. Nigerians are suffering. Nigerians are suffering. Yes, we agree. Nigerians are suffering. But a good leader will rather take a decision that will be better for everyone tomorrow than taking a decision that will keep managing. We shouldn't manage. Let's break down the building. Let's start a fresh, strong foundation, which the president is doing. The country is currently a bride to foreign investment. People are coming in. People are bringing funds into Nigeria. It's just that, like I said, most sectors are working, but the people managing these sectors don't know how to manage the information dissemination to Nigerians, for Nigerians to know what is actually happening in every sector. So those who are managing these sectors, they need to wake up to responsibility so they can know how to put up the information out there for Nigerians to know exactly what is happening. So that is left for that. But the reward system is really bad. The people you fought yesterday at the battlefield during 2023 election have moved to APC, and they are occupying position. They are being enticed to come to the party appointment or whatever. So it's actually a bad system, and the party should look at it deeply. Every party should look at it. Who work, we shop. That is why it's called workshop. So you must not rob Peter to pay Paul. And that is what most people are worried about. And because of that, you cannot encourage anybody to come to be faithful to the party. So anywhere they see an opportunity, certainly they will go. But when there are structure, there are laws that when you move into a new political party, you have to function within that party for a year before you can seek for election or even seek the party leadership. Then everybody will behave. You will not see all this carpeting. You will not, everybody will be there to manage their party and make it work. But because there are windows of opportunity for shifting base, then nobody cares about ideology, and this has further weakened our political system, the party, and everything. So I think that's all for Mr. Bola Babarinde. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Obire. I've got two more hands up. Alhaji Adams Dauda is next, and Femi should be on standby, please. Alhaji Adams, please unmute yourself.
Good evening, Hajia.
Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Derek. I totally agree with most of the proposals for the electoral law, but most of these have to come through our electoral systems legislation, and the House, the NAS, should be in the forefront of this. Yeah, not to be coming through the executive orders. However, within the NAS, I have never seen any, in this administration, I have never seen any legislation that impacts people that they can talk about more. Most of the impactful legislation come from the executive, like the tax system and Nelly Fund. Let's take, for example, we are struggling with the farming community between the husbandry farming and the farming of growing things. We have this proposal for having fencing your farm for your animals, so they did not cross into those agrarian farmers to destroy crops. I would have expected some of those NAS representing the rural area where their interest, if they champion that legislation, they will have more power, more impact on their legislation, on the legislation and the rural community they represent. None of them is coming through with nothing. Yeah. So this NAS, and they're getting a lot of money as well. Yeah, they should be coming forward. I mean, you mentioned about the, most of the governors we know. How many NAS are impacted with their legislation on this administration? Thank you.
Thank you, Alhaji Dauda. Dr. Obire, would you like Femi to?
Yes, let Femi just go, so we take the two.
Okay, Femi, if you're ready, it's over to you.
Oh, good evening, ma. Good evening, sir. Protocols duly observed, and thank you for having me. Quickly, this is a very interesting topic, and I think there is a disconnect. The disconnect between the leadership of the party and the executive, whereby the party is having an agenda, and the executives who the party have chosen through their party to represent them on getting to positions are also having another agenda, and there's no correlation between what the party wants to achieve and what individual within their space that the party has sent as their representatives are trying to do when they get into position. And this brings me to that question that, and one of those such examples that I would like quickly have to talk about is the fact that immediately we have a president, everybody pans to the president to say this is the leader of the party. Being the leader of the party is not the problem, but what are the modalities? What are the set rules? How does the president or any other governor submit to the directions and directives of the party? Okay, how do governors and the president mirror their manifestos and things they want to do and the actual things they are doing to reflect what the party has set as their agenda? There is a disconnect there. And I think this is one of the major problems we are having in ensuring that the ideology we expect from the party is adhered to and is seen when people carry out their responsibility in serving the people. All right. And Doctor, I would like you to quickly address this. How do we reset this to ensure that the party carries the day? How will the party, in a way, set minimum KPIs for the people they have sent to represent them, as a governor, as a president, or as a local government chairman? How do you monitor? What is the monitoring mechanism to ensure that those people are doing what the party has set out to do? Okay, so these are the things I want you to speak with, because I see this as a big problem. In the countries where we stay, when we live abroad, where we have seen, we see how they run the party. The party is not in the hand of the president. It's not in the hand. The party decide what the president would. Yeah, the president can bring his own idea into how he wants to achieve it, but you are majorly achieving what the government, the party has set to achieve. Okay, so that's disconnect, sir. How do we quickly begin to change the orientation of our so-called leader, people we put into position, to begin to realign them, to know that power is in the hand of the party. Direction is in the hand. Thank God for Asiwaju, who has brought a kind of structure into that space, but it is not totally aligning. And that's why we see the disconnect. So I would like you to address this. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Femi. I'll yield the floor to Dr. Obire now, our special guest, to give us his contribution.
All right. Thank you so much, Alhaji Adams and Mr. Femi. You raise very valid points and questions. I must say that I'm impressed with your contribution. For Alhaji, let's start with Alhaji Adams. You talked about legislation. The issue of political parties are strictly, the governance of political party does not require legislation of the National Assembly or state houses of assembly. The political party has a structure of its own. The political party, in an ideal society and how it should be, the political party should have ideology, which means this is what we stand for. The political party should have manifesto. This is what we are doing. In every electioneering cycle, the party must come up with a manifesto of what, because our problems are not static. But right now, it seems that Nigerian problems are static because we have no manifesto we have no ideology. So every electioneering cycle, we keep talking about roads, we keep talking about water, we keep talking about schools, we keep talking about the same thing every cycle. It doesn't make sense. So if the political party comes up, with their ideologies and look at their manifesto at every electioneering cycle, then that can change some things within the party. That is at the party level. Dues, payment of dues is at the party level. It does not require legislation. The only thing that requires legislation is the cross-carpeting. In my presentation, I said that the political parties are being weakened because people have the opportunity to crisscross. So that is an electoral law. It has nothing to do with political party. It's an electoral law that needs to be amended, and that is by those that are in the National Assembly. And because it will not favor them, it will be very unpopular for them to address this situation because they are the ones that are crisscrossing. They will find it difficult to legislate this. However, the political parties can also bend their wings by putting it in their own constitution. The political party can amend their own constitution, which does not require legislation, that if you come into our party, you have to stay in this party for 1 year before you can run for any office in this party or before we can feed you for any general election. By so doing, you have taken away the power from legislation into the political party. And if every political party adopts the same thing, it becomes a law that every politician will obey because it's acceptable everywhere. But where such is not in the constitution of political parties, then everyone can come in anytime and go out anytime. Then we will continue to be where we are. So that is what I have to say on that. Then on Mr. Femi, thank you for bringing up the disparity. That's the gap between those that are leaders and the political party. This takes us back to where we were, which had to do with building men instead of institutions. This is the problem, and it's a difficult one to solve. We have built men to the extent that the men they tell you who become the leader of the party at your word. Even some of them, like I mentioned, somebody in Abuja will tell me that he has drawn a list for me in my ward, and that is the leadership list in my ward, and I'm a leader in my ward. You cannot do that. If I don't allow you to do that, I now draw up my own, we become a fashion. I have my fashion, you have your fashion. So these are the issues. So we must stop this. And the only way we can give back the power to the party to decide the fate of politicians and decide the fate of internal party democracy is when the party is taken ownership by the people. And the only way it can be is if the party amend their constitution, which does not require legislation, amend their constitution that every member, card-carrying member of political party, must pay a due, a membership due. So if I am paying my membership due, when it is time for Congress to elect the leaders of the party in my ward, because every politics is local. So when it's time for we to elect leadership of Congress, the Congress to elect the leaders of my ward, because I am paying my dues, you cannot bring any list from anywhere. Because I'm paying my dues, you cannot tell me this is who you want to vote for. I have the same rights that you have. The party is funding the party is funding this Congress with my dues. So I have the right to vote who I want to vote. So with that, the issue of buying forms will not be there because there's money enough. The money generated from membership dues, I gave you the figures. It's enough to run the party. And when they form, just 25% of that money, if you put it on investment, it will bring additional 80-point-something billion. That is enough to run congresses across Nigeria without anybody buying Congress form. It's enough to pay salaries of political party office holders to run the party offices. So if you are using my money to run the party offices, doing congresses, you cannot come and say because you are a governor, then it's your list that will work. No, because your money is not funding the party. It's our money that is funding the party. So I will vote for who I want to vote for. By so doing, you have given the party back to the people. So it is left for our leaders that are currently heading the political parties to stand their foot on the ground and say, we cannot continue this way. We will have to halt this system. Every member must, there are two things that they must do in their constitution. Amend the constitution, you must be in the party up to a minimum of 1 year before you can run for election in the party or to run elective office from this party. Then 2, it is mandatory that you must pay your membership dues every month if you are a political party member. Then 3, they must set up an investment arm that will manage 25% of their revenue. That will manage 25% of their revenue. By so doing, they can multiply whatever revenue that comes to the party. And in a 4-year cycle of election, the party have enough money to sponsor candidates. Candidates don't sponsor party. Parties sponsor candidates. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Dr. Obire. I think we've got some technical issues, it seems. Please, participants, we are over and above our time. So please, if you have any questions or comments to make or contributions, please put it in our chat room. We cannot take more questions anymore. I will now hand over to my chairman, Barrister J.K. Adebola.
Thank you so very much, Hajia, for that excellent session. You did wonderfully well. Thank you so much. You see, like Hajia said, apologies to Femi, who put up his hand again, because our time is fast spent. It's been about 40 minutes over the time that we're supposed to close. So, and it's always our policy not to belabor our special guests, because if someone can sit with us for 2 hours, to jojo with us regarding the theme of the day, I think we owe that person to make sure that our 2 hours remains 2 hours. So that's the reason. So apologies for that, please. But like I said, because of the importance of the topic of today, I've just spoken to our special guest, and he has because if you recall, he was with us, I think it was August last year, and he came back today by popular demand. And I've had a couple of text messages now, which by popular demand again, I have asked him, and he has graciously agreed that he will come back again, because I'm targeting to bring him back during the campaign, because he seems to have a lot of punchlines, you know, that speaks to the issue of the day. And like I said, we want to be speaking to our leaders and the led in equal measures, because we want a change in our political sphere space. And the only way we can do that is to continue to knock on those issues that are creating challenges for the country. So we need to continue to do that. So he has graciously agreed to do to come back again. Again, it speaks to the kind of leader he is. By I put him on the spot, and immediately he nodded his head, say yes, he will come back anytime. So thank you so very much, sir, for that. You've spent the last 2 hours educating Nigerians across the world regarding internal democracy, why it is important, and the problem it's been causing because we lack it. So thank you so very much, because I remember when we were deliberating who to bring for this topic, a couple of my team members mentioned you, and at the end of the day, it was more or less like a unanimous decision that this is why it's always good for someone to have a very good antecedent. When people know you for who you are, and if you are that kind of person who says it as it is without embellishing it, no political speak, people get to know who you are, and they tend to trust you. So that is why we are bringing you back again, sir. So thank you so very much for being here for the last 2 hours. And again, I have to extend our appreciation to your family too, because it's not easy for a family to leave one of their own to be speaking to mostly strangers for 2 hours. You've done that today. You've done it excellently well, and I believe everybody who listened to you, who participated here, and those who are watching on our social media handles, they've all been blessed as well. So thank you ever so much. So before we close, I don't know, maybe you have some kind of last-minute remarks to make to us as the team that organized this, or to Nigerians across the world. So you have the floor now, sir, maybe for a couple of minutes. Thank you, sir.
Well, thank you so much, Ambassador. It's been a wonderful time, and it has always been a chit-chat thing whenever we come on stage like this. It's our country. We don't have another country.
Yes.
Even if some of us as Nigerians also have other passports, it doesn't mean that we belong there. Our root is here, and we must make our country more inviting for people to see us in the form we are. Nigerians are good people. Nigerians are very accommodating. Nigerians are lovely people. We have a country to put together. If everyone runs away, who is going to build our country for us? Nobody will build our country for us. And to our youth, the future of this country is in their hands. And if all they do because of political interests or a particular interest of who to vote for and all that, and be damaging the image of the country on social media every day, is very bad. You cannot curse a land that you are feeding from and you expect good fruit from it. We should, even God said we should pray for our leaders. He didn't say curse them. He said pray for them. Pray for the land. So if you keep cursing your leaders, keep cursing your land, how do you want people to respect your country? When you travel and you are repatriated, when you travel and they refuse you entrance, it is because of what you are putting in there. Those people are not here, but they see what you are saying about your country. Nigeria is a cheat. Nigeria is this. Nigeria is finished. Nigeria is this. Nigeria is burning. Nigeria is that. All we keep promoting on the internet is the bad side of Nigeria. When good things happen, you will not see it anywhere. Because of interest, even when you see a good thing happening, you criticize it. You will not appreciate it, you criticize it, because that is not done by the person you want. So we must leave politics. We must separate, as Nigerians, we must separate politics from governance. after politics is governance. When it comes to governance, it's everybody's business. There is no party, there's no political party in governance. It's everybody's business. Every Nigerian must put their hands on desk to support whichever party they emerge the winner. So we can have a country we can promote out there. We can have a country that we can jointly put forces together and drive away insecurity. We must have we can fix our country. Nobody is coming to fix it for us. But we must start from somewhere. First of all, start praying for Nigeria. Start talking good about Nigeria. Start blessing your country. Don't curse it. Bless the country. Pray for the leaders. Then we will see a better Nigeria tomorrow. Everyone should participate. No hatred. Politics is not about hate. Politics is a game. After it is played, then it's governance. Then whoever emerge, let Nigerians embrace and move the country forward, and not setting the country ablaze because your candidate did not win. You don't do that. It's like a football game. Whoever wins, we take it that way. So we must learn to love one another just as we do when we are outside Nigeria. Nigerians love themselves. When they're outside this country, they love themselves. So why are we hating ourselves here? Because we believe that there's a system that works over there. So we must make our system work. We must continue to talk to our leaders so they can continue to do the right thing by the people. We need to bridge the gap between the people and the leadership. That is what TNTP is doing. So we must continue to talk. Our voices must be heard. The Nigerian voices must be heard and all that. So it's a collective thing. So it's not just, leadership is not just for those that are in government, but it's a collective responsibility. So we must, as Nigerians, love our country in the first place and promote the goodness of our country over the negative things that are happening. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so very much, sir. It's just as if you read my mind. Everything I wanted to say, you just said it now. So there's nothing for me to add. Thank you so very much, because like you said, Nigeria is our country. We don't get another one. If you may have blue, red, yellow passport after that, the fact remains that your skin don't tell everybody say you don't belong here. You belong elsewhere. So that is why we must keep our home. So again, apologies to the man or woman who has their hands up. Our special guest has given the last word now, so we cannot even give the floor to anybody anymore. So please, apologies for that. You can drop whatever you want to say, or maybe a question you have on the chat room. We will forward it to our special guest. So thank you so very much. So before we close, we have a lot of VVIPs here, but because of the fact that we've gone over our time, I won't be able to list them. If, again, it's a big if my report tomorrow is not long, I'll be able to put their names up. If not, then maybe it will be another time. But thank you, nonetheless, for always being here. Every time we come every week, you never fail to support us. Thank you so very much, and we will never take you for granted, and you will always be in our prayers. Thank you so very much. So before we close, let me ask the matron of the house to give us a closing remark. Hadia Rekia Bella Barka, you have the floor now.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of today's special event. Special thanks to Dr. Obire, the DG Nigerian Thoughts Project, for your very interesting presentation. Thank you also to our participants who joined us from across the world. Please join us again next time for another exciting event. On behalf of the Renewed Hope Global Virtual Town Hall Conference team, enjoy the rest of your weekend. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you so very much, Hadia. I forgot to say something earlier, which is to announce our special guest for next week. The next week one too is going to be very, 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 very huge, because we are having Dr. Mohammed Balogun. He's an expert on Ebola, because we all know that we had the crisis a couple of years ago. which was thankfully, caught quickly before it spreads. And right now, the Ebola is back in Africa now. So that is why we are bringing this. He's a medical practitioner and is an expert on that kind of disease. So he will be coming next Saturday from 4 to 6 to talk to us about it. His name is Dr. Mohammed Balogun, so he'll be here next. Please tell everybody who, everyone you know, that we have another important topic to discuss next week, which is because we want to deal with it before it comes into our midst here, so that at least when the man comes now, he will let our people, both people who are working in the medical field and our government, to know what to do now to ensure that we don't allow Ebola to come into our midst. Because I think as soon as it comes in, it becomes very difficult to to combat. So that is why we are bringing this man next week, so that he can come and discuss with us, so that every one of us, both the populace and the government, will know how to get ourselves prepared, so that we don't even allow it to come in. I think that is the main thing. We just don't want it to come into our country. So that is what we'll be discussing next week. So please let everybody know that next week we're having another big topic to discuss. So thank you so very much for being part of this program every week. Like I said, God will always protect you wherever you go, because all of us, for coming here every week, it shows that you have passion for Nigeria and you want Nigeria to succeed. And for as long as you are always you're always thinking good of the country, definitely, like our special guest said, that country will bring forth good fruits for you. So thank you so very much, and God bless you. We'll meet again next week.